welcome to Copernicus Corner. I am back in Lecture of Realms again. Done some of the daily stuff. Have the Harbor Master out looking for some things. I actually went and did this this basic faction quest today. Prior to getting on the stream, I didn't really expect to clear it with 3 diamonds, but I did, and so as a result, I will just show you what I did. I can't obviously do much about the fact that I've already cleared it, but I will auto-fight it, and I'll show you without doing background fight how that works. I didn't know if it would work or not. You do have to have 3 mages in the group in order to do this. And what I did before I click this, actually, let's see if I go to the fight, I can show you my group. I decided to go Infernals and Nightmares for the most part because I felt like that was where my best chance was. Went ahead and used Nocturne as one of the mages. Would have preferred to use Cetrum, but Cetrum is a marksman, so I needed a 3rd mage. Decided to go with Nocturne. I wanted Xena because, of course, she can kind of benefit from getting killed pretty quickly, and I think that's a boon in this stage more than a detriment, because anybody who benefits from getting killed, well, getting killed is what's going to happen here. So threw her in. And then the Nightmare team is obviously Arrogance, Wrath, and Baron. And I wasn't really sure if it would work, but here we are, and I'm going to show you how that went. Go to auto fight, and we'll just start one that you can watch. Other than deploying the 3 mages, the only other and I keep the word caveat comes to mind, but that's not really what I'm trying to say. We're just going to go with the requirement. The only other requirement to get your 3 stars on this level was obviously to clear the stage, and then secondly to not lose any of your soul shards. Did manage to get that successfully, and it's kind of a mess because Dao Chan is one really obnoxious thing about Dao Chan is she has the the visual imagery that creates this kind of fog. It's very difficult to see what's going on for me. As I've mentioned before, when things are kind of the same color or similar colors, I have a lot of trouble seeing it. It's very difficult. And so when we have this kind of fog around her that you get with the red and the blue, I can kind of see, I don't see much beyond the color itself. So it's very difficult for me to tell what's going on. And I kind of had to just grab somebody and look for green. And that's how I was replacing people during this, because I can't actually see where the spots are. I couldn't see if they were there or not either. I could only see if they died, then they would go into the window, or I wouldn't necessarily know where they came from, so just have to grab somebody and then kind of look, okay, where's there's a square lit up. But anyway, it worked. Got through it. Oh, hey, Cody, how you doing? He says they have confirmed Dao Chen will be the next limited in the Valentine's Day banners of the 13th and 14th to Painter Champs. So that would be the Painter and the Paintress. That's definitely good to know. So that'll be in 8 days. Huh? We'll start in 8 days. All right. So if you guys are interested in doing the new champions, or if you're interested in doing Dao Chen, it sounds like that's going to be beginning in just over a week. So you have some time to save up some diamonds and some shards for that. Very cool. Thank you for that information. All right, so for that, we got 7 Shelter Insignia 3s and 135 XP potions. That's pretty decent, and maybe I can go and use that for something. But first, we got stats to look at. Arrogance did 4 million of that damage. Solkadens was next. Actually, when I did it the first time, Solkadens was very high. I can't remember if he was first on the DPS or if he was second, but impressively high, I thought. Then Xena, then Idrin. So, interesting arrangement there. And then I'm going to go back over to the Pantheon and look and see if we can do anything here. We would need 7 more of these Shelter Insignia 3s for this. What do we have? Oh, so close and yet so far away. We only have 6 that we can make, so there's no sense in messing with any of that. Alright. Not a bad deal overall. Let's see if we can go back and see what today's is. It's the esotericists. Don't know which ones those are right now, but I'll have a look at it in a second. Cody says I'm definitely excited to start pulling again. Been saving like crazy, lol. Yeah, I've been saving somewhat, but not entirely. I've mostly been saving the diamonds, a little bit of some crystals, but I wouldn't say I've been saving like crazy by any stretch. Okay, let's look at this guide here. Ooh, okay, yeah, this one is not phenomenal for me. Yeah, I think I'll skip that for now. I might come back to it later today. But alright, let's get out of there. We've got 29 stamina to work with. There's a hero visitor over there, which is cool. In fact, I'll go and check and see what's up there. We've got Idril, who says, "Greetings, Commander. As you can probably tell, I need your assistance." Yeah, the exclamation point over your head was the giveaway there. Alright, then Idril says, "Our territory is under threat from an enemy of extraordinary might, and it is indeed unsettling. We need your strategic intelligence and our bravest warriors to confront this peril and maintain the tranquility of our forest." Alright, that's great. Now, we have to clear the stage to complete the quest. Cody says, "By the way, there are also rumors going around for a brand new possible limited coming for Chinese New Year. Now, Chinese New Year is also this month, I think. I think so. It's toward the end of the month, right? I think so. Alright. This stage, we've got Abyss Ludwig the Hierophant. He's the boss here. He's immune to crowd control except slow. Okay, this is the guy who unleashes his tentacles, immobilizing random hero and preventing them from taking any action. The victim suffers continuous damage while Ludwig restores HP based on the damage dealt. Alright, so it's a random hero. We can't control it by putting a certain guy out last or anything. Now, you'll also notice there are eyes on these little platforms, which means there's going to be some people who can't be stopped, can't be seen, actually, until someone, until they go into a spot that's being surrounded. Until they go into a spot that's around, rather, one of these eyes. Cody says a new Chinese mythology character, and they're usually very powerful, so excited about that as well. And yeah, I believe so. It's probably in response to it being near the end of the month. I feel like it is. I feel like it's like, if not the last week, then maybe just the week before. Alright, now, so we've got Ludwig. He's not a nice fellow. We've got the mist version of a superior abyssal beholder here in Salem, fallen Templars, phantom creepers, and mist skeletal soldiers here. So, that seems all fine and well. We're going to find, I think for this one, with there being such things as that roaming around, definitely want to keep Idril in there. I'm kind of okay, honestly, with this setup. It looks fine. Cody says, "So 2 possible limiteds this month. Going to be hard to choose what banners to go all in for." Right, well, maybe you'll just look out and get what you want on the first one very quickly, and then you can go all in on the second one. Hopefully. Now, their recommended VP is 506,519 for this stage. Our current VP is 620,110. Alright, so, start this, and see what happens. don't think it'll be too bad. We got Ludwig up there coming along, in threatening manner. Um, we can, I think probably, I'll put him here, I think, and then I'll put Hedron on the other side, and then I will throw Dao Chen right there in the middle on that eye. And so now we already have a couple of people who can see what's going on. So I'll stick Idril next, and she can begin charging for her ultimate, which will shoot hopefully Ludwig a little bit. Other than that, we've got Xena who can hit the boss, I think, from where she's at. Perhaps. Yes. Looks like it. Don't think that anyone else will be able to. But that's okay. And maybe I don't put him first, maybe I put Cetrum first. Sure, let's do that. And then we'll put Maul on the other side. Now we could stick people on the other eyes over there. I'm not really sure that's entirely necessary. I could be wrong. Maybe it's going to be necessary and I'm going to get overrun. I really thought I used her ultimate, but apparently I failed. Phantom Creeper, a monster made of painful souls. Its unique form gives it something. It's definitely given something with its unique form. Let's see here. I suppose I could throw another one out, or another two out. I could put Wrath in here somewhere. Where do I want to put him? It doesn't really matter. I can put him back behind Arrogance. Why not? There'll be an extra blocker in case we get swarmed too badly. Ideal has a rock, which is awesome. Yes, Cody thinks that would be ideal. I would think it would be ideal as well. I don't know if that'll hit her or not. When I say her, I guess I probably mean him. It looks like it does. I don't know how far out he hits either. I'm terrible at that. Figuring out exactly how far their ultimate goes. I'm one of those people, I need things laid out for me, like could have a good indication. You can see what their attack range is, but you can't really see what their ultimate range is on the grid. So yeah. I think I'm going to go ahead and speed this up in a moment. After I use Neutral's ability there. We're at 20 out of 46 of the guys at the moment. So far, so good on that. And there went the boss. So I think we've kind of got this well in hand. I'll use Hedron's ability to try to speed that up a little. Can't hit that one, unfortunately. But we got there. That's what matters. Slowly but surely, getting through the level here. We got the folks on the right who are just on timers, and now they've started to release, so we won't be able to actually see them until they get right up close, and we'll be able to hit them. But once they do, then they're in for it, because they're on Idrin's side, and he's just going to knock them out a bit. Now we have some coming from all three areas simultaneously. I'm going to turn that back on. And you know what? Let's go ahead and use Adrian's ability. She should be able to hit some of these guys before they even move. You know, she can't hit the invisible ones, obviously, until they come into range. She can hit any of these other guys in advance of that, so. I will try to go ahead and start some of this stuff off. We're at 41, 43 now, to 46. Point is that all these guys are the final ones anyway, so this world get that knocked out. Let's see. Cody says if I get Roselia early, I'll definitely pull for one copy of Dao Chen, but if I don't, I might skip pulling copies of Dao Chen. I really want Roselia. She looks really good. Now, Roselia is the paintress, right? Alright, so for that, we got Arrogance topping the damage with 7,400,000, followed by Adrian, then Cetrum, which Adrian and Cetrum did very similar amounts. And then Xena, who would have done more had I pulled her back and then stuck her back out. I just wasn't real concerned about that. It was at that time just worrying about knocking the boss out a bit, which she was very effective for. Alright, so we completed that. Let's mark it as complete over here. And for that, we got 5 arena permits and 200 stamina. Dill says he watched Fastidious tasting her, referring to Roselia. Cody says Guan Yu is the possible new limited coming, and yeah, she's the paintress. Cool. Alright, Idril says rumors speak of mysterious items scattered throughout this forest. These potentially magical items might unravel the forest's enigmas. Your aid in finding and gathering them would be greatly appreciated. Dill says she was solo DPS guild raid 1 through 21. There you go. And Cody says in tier 1 gear as well. Gear raid. There you go. Alright. Now she would like some of these insignia marksman ones. We happen to have 264 of those, so I'm a-okay with giving her 10 of them. Excellent. Quest complete. 3 5-star psychic power shards for that. And she says, your courage and altruistic aid reaffirm my belief that bravery and justice always prevail over darkness. Thank you, Promoter. Let's march onward together and protect these lush forests. Yes, protecting lush forests. That's what I am all about. Alright, so we got the hero's visit. We did the basic run of faction trials. I feel like there was something over here I wanted to do. Oh yes, right. Okay, so first of all, we've got Duel of Champions running, which is just about fighting in the arena. Brave Conquest is also running, that's about looting gear pieces and artifacts from gear raid and artifact material raids. So that goes along with the Oracle's trial, which is gear raid. I don't recall, gear raid 1, I feel, but I could be wrong. Then we have the Corridor of Glory that's coming in 13 hours. That's going to be about leveling up, starting up, and promoting heroes, which will be a good time, I think, to try to promote up some people to then eat and then star somebody up. We also have Tales of the Smith coming tomorrow, 13 hours. So be sure to save up some gear so that you can enhance it tomorrow and get this Tales of the Smith rewards from that. We also have Lucky Roulette. Lucky Roulette is you earn these cogs as you're doing quests, and now we're going to spend some of those cogs and see what kind of cool stuff we get. Cody says she's literally Valara and Naza in one, in my opinion. I've already done my Brave Conquest. Woke up at 3 a.m. and started a ton of auto fights, then went back to sleep. Cool. That works. So we got 2-star, 2 5-star psychic power shards. Well, Cody, you actually almost, you almost were up in time to see my stream last night, then you just barely missed it. Alright, let's spin again. Like we did last summer. Alright. Alright, we got 2 5-star psychic power shards from that. See, we're not spinning again over here, we're twisting again. Alright, we got 20,000 gold. Extra points if you have any idea what I was talking about. Alright, 20,000 XP potions for that. Cody says, yeah, I know, saw the notification and was like, Kip's probably streaming. Yes, yes. That's my, middle of the night stream for you. Alright, got 3 auto fight attempts there. Got 7 more spins after this one. 20,000 gold. Oh, look at that. It's 1 ancient summoning crystal shard. That's gonna, hopefully it will come in handy fairly soon. We'll see. Got 2 mythic extract shards. 5 diamonds. Those will definitely come in handy soon. Look at that. Another 2 mythic extract shards. The extras that you get from these events are pretty cool. 20,000 gold, and see, all this gold is going to help with the Tales with the Smith tomorrow. 2 5-star psychic power shards, because I'm constantly out of money just all the time. So so having these things is going to help out with that. And there we have 30 stamina. All right. Go back over here. 30 stamina, and that gives us plenty to do some of these gear rate ones. It is number 1 for the Oracle Trial. I'm almost at that 3,000 that you need in order to max that out. So let's go ahead and auto fight, max this, and start on that. Cody says, I do watch all the streams I miss while I do my dailies though. There you go. Can always catch up. Oh, look at that. I didn't turn auto fights in the background back on, so I guess I'll go ahead and end this now after this battle, and then I can turn on background fights again. Yeah, that's a bit of an error. Unfortunately, now we have a black bar across the middle of the screen saying auto fights were in, but that's okay. Here we are. Here we are. Just kind of watching how this played out and thinking, boy, what a mess here. What a mess. That's how I live my life. Disaster. I did get an A rating, or yeah, I think it was an A rating on the first Immortal Codex yesterday, and I could probably, or I might could get that a little bit better, possibly. I'm not really sure. Maybe we'll go with maybe on that. I want to move the position that I had Arrogance in and switch him with her where I had Edrin, and see if that's actually better or worse. I'm not sure. Alright, so we got the victory here. We got 750 XP potions, 4,400 coins, 20 Lost Legacy trophies, a piece of gear, and 20 Grave Conquest points. And the stats on that, 17,500,000 for Edrin, followed by 14,628,000 for Arrogance. So they do similarly, and even in an early battle. However, Edrin does phenomenal in the tide things. Tide wolves? Yeah. Alright, well, let's complete this and then try to do this properly this time for the other battles. Do this, max out, and then this time click background fight. Yes, seems great. Minimize. Alright, now that ought to get that going. Speaking of the Immortal Codex, Oh, let's see here. Dill says the other codex is open now to the shielding, right? That's where, it's exactly where I was headed to. And so, looks like we have some unlucky roulette again, but we don't actually. Oh, I see. It's the chest here, because I've already done the 25 spins to open up the chest being available. And so now I can click on that, get 100,000 gold and one rare summoning crystal, which is awesome. And maybe before I do anything else, I should go do my one summon for that quest. Let's go ahead and do that. Alright, one summon. I do have 36 summon crystals built up, it seems, as well as 12,164 damage. Alright, let's see. Being able to pull on Dachan would also be awesome for sure. Critter, 2-star defender. Wielding his great mace, Critter defends the weak while in constant search of his lost love. Alright, one summon, and that gives us 2 of these 4-star psychic power shards and 2 golden cogs, which means we can now go and spin the roulette wheel again. Lucky roulette. Alright, see what we get here. Alright, first we have 2 5-star psychic power shards. And now what? 2 5-star psychic power shards. We're going for variety here. You know, it's the spice of life. Alright, let's see. We have something. Oh yes, the storyline. We do need to remember to work on that. So we've got the sub-story right here with something. Obtain 20 Ultra Insignias 3 from Faction Trial. And that gives us 1 small stamina. Okay. Very good. Let's get out of that. Now, before I forget, we go back over here. We go to the Immortal Codex, where they tell me that this Lord of Styx trial is open. I don't remember the Lord of Styx trial. So, let's look at it. Okay, alright. I now remember this. It's, I think you need, some kind of guys who do a lot of hits, because it's like, each hit only does 1 damage, but you have to break the shields. Yeah, I remember this. Now, I have a guy that decreases defense. I don't know that that would be helpful. I'm trying to think, like, who would be the best, other than, like, Citrum is good because he has a lot of shots that he fires in quick succession. And I think he did well last time that we tried that. Okay, let's see. If we went with Citrum, he's in the Infernal group. Let's see. Who just does a bunch of hits? That's the question. Not really sure who the best people here would be. I want to do this Ares guy right here, because he decreases the defense and the vulnerability versus physical damage. But of course he's only level 10, which is not great, to say the least. So what would I want to do? Would I actually want to try to upgrade him? I could upgrade him to level 50. I'm not completely sold on the idea. I don't know. Let's look at this again. I haven't really used him. I don't know if I've used him at all yet. I don't know. I don't know if it's a good idea or not. He can hit 2 ahead. That's a good thing. And that's just across the board, except with the whirlwind can hit further ahead. He does do stun, and I feel like stun, something about that. Hold on, let's go back. I feel like, alright, I felt like there was something about being able to stun him and that delaying his ultimate, the bosses, but I'm not sure. Maybe that's wrong. Alright, well, I think pros and cons to all of this. But I'm thinking I'm going to try it. I see that Dill is saying he used to be so bad at this one, and now it's his best one. Cody says Ares is pretty solid for clan boss. I would think so, right? Because he would decrease the defenses essentially of the target. I would think he would be good for bosses in general, which is why I think he may also be good for this, right? I remember hearing you say you were thinking of using, right? It's definitely a good choice for you right now. Yeah, I think so. I think he might be. I don't know if he's phenomenal in other places, but I feel like for bosses overall, he would just be a good choice. Because of his, particularly like increasing the vulnerability to physical damage seems like that's a good play. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I think I don't really want to spend all that much because it's going to use all of my XP, but I think it might be worthwhile. So I'm gonna try it. Dill says I copied the #1 team on the leaderboard. Oh well, you know, you could do that. So that's a situation. All right, so I think I'll do that, and then we have to decide who do I replace. And I think I'm going to, in spite of my misgivings, I'm going to replace Laurel with Ares. Oh, I guess I'll put some gear on him too. Just for a little extra fun. Added excitement. Okay, so now he would have to be startup to be able to go any higher, which is not where I want to put my my startup guys right now. So that's not gonna happen. But we do at least have a level 50 version of him that's much better than a level 10 version. Cody says, I just wouldn't worry about skilling past Lego dust. Yeah, no, yeah. So far, I just don't have enough of the crystals to put into people that aren't like more widely useful, if that makes sense. People who are more versatile and still very, very good are the ones that I want to put my most resources into at this time until I have those finished. Like I've got my favorites marked, and those are the ones that I want to try to use my rarer resources on. I says don't put skill crystals into him because you'll eventually get someone better. Yeah, right, exactly. That's kind of how I feel. I think he's actually, I'll go ahead and add him right now to my mediocre list. I think he's on the upper end of mediocre I think so. And again, he might be better than I think when it comes down to it. I haven't really used him, but I'm thinking upper mediocre. All right, now looks like the suggested BP for this is 243,000. Our current BP is 343,488. So take that as you will. I'm gonna give this a try. Let's see here. Looking at this stuff, we've got 3 melee guys and 3 platform guys. Let's give it a go. See what happens. And whether it'll be better or worse than the last time I attempted this is anybody's guess. So I'm thinking, for platformers, I think I could stick her here. And then we've got potential for Angel to go here, Cetrum here. Then we got Arrogance. And really, I think I could just do Arrogance, Wrath, and Ares, because he hits 2 ahead with all of his stuff, and no reason to put him anywhere weird. Alright, now, he's doing the Spectral Demise, and he just smashed us all so hard. That was unfortunate. Fortunately, Wrath is carrying us at the moment. Oh, that shield though, it's gonna be real bad. Alright, so good information. We'll restart that, and clearly I need to start with the people who are going to be hitting faster. Didn't even see that. Wow. Cody says, yeah, he's very niche, but decent. Right. Yeah, I'm thinking boss. Bosses, he's going to be really good at. The rest, not as much. So this time we're going to start with Arrogance and Cetrum. And then, I don't know, maybe Ares next. I wonder if I've done something terribly wrong in my understanding of what's happening here. Need to put her into DPS mode. And man, he's just going way too fast. That was terrible. We did make it through, but it wasn't beautiful. It doesn't bode well, basically. Soulkeeper shield, and then we're going to hit the ultimates. Let's try to break it, which worked. Now we're going to hit the boss rush, and this is when things get nasty. And so I think we start with this while the shield isn't on. We try to do as much as possible in this time. Better switch over to healer, and then that, and then hit the ultimates. Now, what I don't have is Laurel here to increase the rage regen, which is a problem. Gotta move her over to healer mode. It was a little bit too late on that, unfortunately. That is gonna go very poorly for me. No bueno. Alright. I think I got an E on that one. Alright, it was in fact an E. That's absolutely horrible. So, what can I do? I think what I need to do is put Laurel back in. Maybe not. Okay. Alright. Let's see. Let me see. Your challenge. Definitely want Wrath here, because I'm going to need that attack speed. Probably, okay. Idril and Cetrum both have very good very good ultimates for this purpose. Alright. How do I do this? I wonder if it would be better to take away Cathedral in exchange for Laurel. Now I can't hit everybody with Laurel, but what we'll really need to hit primarily is Cetrum. Arrogance would be nice, but unnecessary. Alright. Let's try it again. Now, this could be, I don't know, could go just as terribly as the first time there. But we'll see. Let's do Cetrum, Arrogance. I think I should not put Aries out. That was the wrong thing I did. Well, maybe not. Might be okay. Like this. And then we can put Dao-Chan here. If I put Dao-Chan here, though, no, it won't work. No bueno. I need to restart that, I think. I think I need to... Yeah, okay. Let's try that again. Alright. Let's skip this. And then let's do... Arrogance here was fine. Dao-Chan could go here. It's not great. Because we can't hit... It's a whole problem. Can't hit him with the healing and also with Laurel. Okay, it's not gonna work out quite like that. Gonna have to just keep Cetrum with the healing. And deal with the fact that we're not gonna get the rage regen on the one who needs it most. That's great. Oh no. Okay. Well, pretty well did that. Okay. Alright, no good. No good at all. Alright, let's see. Let's try this again. Alright. Got the Soul Keeper shield on. Is there anything you can do about it? Not really. Just getting sliced and diced. It's a whole problem. No good. No good at all. Alright. He is not the greatest rating ever achieved. In fact, I think I got a D rating last time, so I'm downgraded since then. Okay. Alright. Then in that case, if that doesn't work, what if I do Xeno. Is that useful at all? Or, well, now hold on. What if instead I take Z back out, put all back in? I wonder if I try this a little bit differently. Alright, so I'm gonna put kind of the same setup. Ah, man, it's just not wonderful. Um, okay. What if I don't worry about Lowell because she's fine to die anyway? And I put Dao-chan here, Dao-chan, Setrum, and Lowell over here, Venerigans, grab Aries, and then I immediately pick up Lowell to give him his boost there. I don't know if that was a good idea, maybe not, but at least we got through that first shield. It's not looking great for the second shield. Go through the first one. Okay, alright, okay. Let's try again. Alright, let's see. If we put Dao-chan here, she covers the whole thing. So, there's no need for me to pile up over there when I can pile up on the other side instead and get all of the boost from Lowell over there. And if only I could put people out in the right order, that would help tremendously. Unfortunately, apparently, it's awful. Well, we made it to the boss rush. That's got to count for something, right? Soulkeeper shield is up. Let's use Setrum's thing. I'm going to go ahead and use that too, in spite of everything. I'm just going to stick Laurel out, and then I'll be picking her up soon enough. But we're going to wait. Oh, I'm an idiot. No. I failed to switch. Oh, what am I doing? Yeah, okay, that's the right time to do this. I failed to switch her back. Ah, there's a close one there. What am I doing? No, 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 no. You're not quick heals. All right. Soulkeeper shield is going up. We got that. Able to get Dao-chan back out, surprisingly. And it's not gonna matter, but it was a good try. Got up to E again, anyway. Alright, so, if I had switched Dao-chan over, it's a big problem I have. If I'd managed to switch her over, then we would have lived a little longer. Let's try it again. Alright, same kind of setup. Think that'll go a little bit better. Let's do Dao-chan, Aries, Setrum, Wrath, all here. and arrogance, and then Laurel there. Switch over to this. Got the Soul Keeper shield up, so let's do his thing to knock that shield out. Now, maybe shouldn't have even done that yet, but we are where we are, I suppose. That brought in the boss rush possibly faster than I wanted it to. I should not have increased the vulnerability to physical fight. Yeah, we've got the that. Sorry, brains are only partially working right now. So. And pull her back. If I do it, it's too bad. Only an F. It's even worse. Ah well, good enough. Good enough. F's and E's are really where it's at, I hear. Okay. So think that for now. I'll just think that over. It's gotta be a better way. Alright, Cody says happens to the best of us. Yeah, it's a tough situation. I wonder what I had done before. I'll go to autofight so it'll show me. I think it will. So I can try. Gao-chan, arrogance, who's this? Oh, this is the one I've already done today then. Okay. So does that mean that I did better this time than I did the last time? I'm not sure. Maybe? Maybe I only got an F last time. I have no idea. I thought I'd gotten a D on this last time. Maybe not. Apparently, losing Dao Chan to the failure to switch over was perfectly fine. It's the best DPS I did on this guy. Now I could try replacing one of the guys with like that healer who does the shields. Vortex? Vortex, I think. Wouldn't be able to power through those attacks, or not the attacks, the shields, but might be able to. Alright, let's go back here again. Alright. What do we have here? Okay. So we can try that and see what happens. I don't think it's going to go well, but who knows? Maybe it will. There he is, way over here. He doesn't have any gear on or anything. Let's throw some random stuff on it. Increases AoE healing effect by 3 for every 1 allied unit in range. That sounds fine. Sure. Let's do that. Okay. Now. Try again, eh? If I do that way, I think he has a pretty wide healing range. It's replacing one platform guy with another. That shouldn't be a problem. And then let's see. I think he goes forward. Yeah, he does. All right. So same setup for the most part. Only this time we're gonna go this way with it. And I don't know if this will be better or worse, but should be different anyway. Hmm. Probably. I want. Yeah. It's no good. It's no good there. I want him as far away as possible so that he can do his maximum damage. So, I think that's the setup of choice. Let's change Dao Chan over. Um, that's a bad start. Yeah, no good whatsoever. Um, it's about how I expected it to go, unfortunately. Um, gotta have some way to get Cetrum's rage up because he's kind of the ace in the hole for this. Well, hold on, let's see. If that's true, then maybe we get the Infernal Lord. I wonder who that was. Was that Sulcatans? I feel like it was Sulcatans. So we would take out Wrath, we would get Sulcatans wherever he is. There he is. Oh, there, found him. Alright, I can't remember what he does as his lord ability because there was like a goldfish. Okay, yes, right. No, that's great. Penetration increase, 30% XP. Sure. That seems fine. All basic attributes go up. Okay. Okay. Alright, so now if I'm replacing Wrath with him, the other question is, do I actually want, like, you know what, let's go all in here and take away the healer. Now we've got Dachan. Okay, let's give that a shot and just see how it goes. So maybe I put the last. Okay, so arrogance, Aries, we have her here. We have 2 more spots for platform heroes. So one there, one there, and then we can put Z here. And then we'll just switch over to DPS mode. Who knows? Oops, almost did that in the totally wrong way. Alright, so we make it to the boss rush. Now we're going to first use fairies, then sultans, ultimates. Now we're getting hit, so let's put that on for a second. Try to knock the shield out, put her back in the DPS mode. Have to switch her over, whether I like it or not, really. Switch her. Oh no, I shouldn't have switched her back again. That was a mistake. Alright, well, that's too bad. That's the end of that. Made it to E again. That's something, right? Okay. That was okay. It wasn't as high as we've done before, but it was a good try. Alright. Might could improve upon that by not letting Dao Chan die. That would have helped. Keeping her in healer mode just a little. I really wanted to eke out a little bit more DPS. But switched her a little too soon. Oh! Dale says this one is tough. Yeah, yes, it is. I think actually the water one is the worst one that I've done so far, with all the fish flying around. Very weird. I didn't do it too many times. In fact, I may have just done it once, because it was just like that was absolutely horrible. Took I stayed alive the whole time, but it was like this torturous thing of, oh look, These fish are just going in a circle, and all I can do is try to survive. There was no amount. I don't even think I made it to the boss rush, or maybe I did, but it was terrible. I did better on this one than the fish in there. I think weird. All right, complete that. Um, yeah, I don't know. I gotta think that one through. Um, I feel like this group might be a better choice for this fight, and maybe, maybe it can even be a little bit better than that. I just have to think about what the right choices there are. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at them all a little bit more and try to figure out what will be better. But it's a tough one for sure. All right, let's see here. Hop out of there, and then we completed these background fights. So we got 52,800 coins, 8,250 XP potions, a variety of gear, 220 Lost Legacy trophies, and 220 Brave Conquest coins. Cody says the next one after this is ridiculous. Mother of Crows. Is that the fish one, Cody? Is that the name of the fish one? Dill says the fish one is tough too. Yes, the bird one is the hardest. Okay, so there's the one that's after this is not the fish one then. Last time, it had these two, and then it had the fish one. So I'm not sure that I know Mother of Crows yet. I may not have seen it yet. Alright, let's click OK on this. Oh yeah, the Harbor Master has things for us over here. We've got 30 buttercream mushrooms and 30 jumbo spinach. Let's go ahead and send her back out and try to get some of that birch sap, We need some of this golden birch sap here. Alright. In that case, we can also check for loot. And he has nothing of note, but the mine is over here, glowy. 3,150 coins, 2,250 XP potions, 8 stamina, 1 diamond, and 3 mithril. Dill says it's really hard. I believe you. I'll find out soon enough for myself, but for now I'll trust your experience in that matter. Alright, we did get enough to get this 6 gear recasting hammer shards, which is cool. And we're actually close enough to 3rd place right now that I may as well go ahead and try to get it. On this leaderboard, that is. Not necessarily at this second, but ultimately. We have how long left? We have 1 day and 12 hours left in that. We have some quests completed. It's 1 quest, but it'll open up the box at the top, which will be the second claim anyway. Level up heroes 3 times. Got us 1 stamina potion sample and 2 golden cogs. Well, okay, so that wasn't quite enough to get us the box at the top. Yes. We'll need to give some friendship points for that. Can't do it because I've got too much stuff here. Friendship points. Okay, well, I'll have to come over to friends, and then when I try to give it here, it'll make me do this. That'll be a way. I can get some more stamina too. Very good. Let's do that. And then I'm gonna give this one friendship points. There we go. That's more like it. Alright. And then we'll come back over to quests, claim these 2 cogs and 10 friendship points from that. Cody says gotta have really good anti-air champs / gear. Oh yeah, no. I don't have really good anti-air champs / gear, I'm pretty sure. Or at least I don't have them properly geared as another possibility. Dill says I don't have Eovar. I also don't have Eovar. I think that's that dude. It might be like that. Is he a poison guy? I feel like he's got some green. Okay. And then we can claim the box at the top here. 35 diamonds and 2 golden cogs. Cody says Brother Joy DM'd me and said he got a Raka, but sadly he has Eovar already. Still a nice pull though. I don't know a Raka. I assume that Eovar is the better version of Urarka from that comment. It feels like though it's never a bad thing to. I mean, maybe they'll need to, or are they both lords and one of them's gonna override the other? Okay, let's see here. I have 51 stamina at the moment, so I will go ahead and do that. Come over here and go to stage 18, auto fight, and that'll give me a couple of those auto fights to do. Then I'll hop out of here, and like 2 seconds ago I knew what it's going to do next, and then those seconds went by, and here we are. Oh yes, now our vault arena. Just gonna go check over here. We can refresh these guys. So I have 322,805. So let's go ahead and try for this unvexed. You never can tell when they lower BP like that what kind of monster they're actually gonna have. So you check here, and you'll see that it's 211,230. We'll go ahead and give that a shot. The thing is, this means that they have somebody on their team who's phenomenal and much better than the rest of their team. So they're going to lay that one out. Let's see who they have. It is Anora. Okay, they have Anora. We have Anora too, so good news. Anora has warmed up. When activated, Labor is your dragon. Labor immediately deals 360 AoE magic damage to up to 10 enemies in range. Then, during the ultimate, increases Labor's damage by 150% and expands both its attack range and damage range, lasting for 20 seconds. Alright, so now the second person they have here is Aona. Aona has Starfall Ultimate. During the ultimate that lasts for 20 seconds, each attack summons a star domain at the enemy's location, dealing 50% AoE damage. After a while, multiple stars will fall within the range of the star domain, dealing 30% AoE damage 4 times. My goodness, they're putting out all of the people. We now have Idril. Idril has limitless shots. That means she can hit anywhere on the map. Maul has Abyssal Surge, deals 840% AoE damage to up to 10 enemies, and knocks back the ground enemies with 2 times strength. Alright, well, that was Unvexed. With 174,398 BP. Alright, for that, we got 3 arena coins, 8 duel of champions points, and 5 auto fight attempts. On the stats side of things, Arrogance did 5,454,000 damage. Anora was next, with 5,165,000 damage, and then Idrin came in with 2,591,960 damage. Alright, let's go back. Cody says she's the other Piercer Lord, and yeah, Eovar has a better Lord bonus. I have some Piercer Lord now, I think. I don't really remember who. I just remember thinking, oh, this is a Lord for the Piercers. I'll have to look. Cody says I've got a bunch of keystones running while watching right now, hoping to get some butterfly gems. I don't know what a butterfly gem is. Alright. Dassy has 331,428 BP. And let's have a look at the stage monsters. It's the same. So they're a little bit better BP than me, but let's see what happens here. Dill says any Piercer Lord is good because of the range boost. Right, exactly. You know, increasing range on a Piercer, heck yeah. Alright, they put that guy and that guy just demolished. It was Vlad Draculae. Now, I have seen Vlad being played in Arena quite often. He has Impaling Charge as his ultimate. can choose and charge an unoccupied ground tile within 3 tiles, dealing 500% AoE damage to up to 7 enemies in path. If cast in place, deals 360% AoE damage to up to 10 enemy targets within 2 tiles. After casting, increases the hero's block by 2 for 15 seconds and deals up to 30% increased damage and takes up to 30% reduced damage based on the number of enemy units within 2 tiles, max effect at 5 units. Well, that's very fancy. They also have Dao Chan out. They've got Comet, which I've heard good things about. I've seen in multiple arena fights. And then just to check and see who's this person. No, their other person over here. Who's this? Oh, that's a Nora. There we are. Lassier. Alright, Lassier has Ominous Sandstorm, deals 600% AoE damage to enemies in range, and inflicts anti-healing on them. Now, somebody was telling me about anti-healing. It may have been Dill, it may have been Cody. Somebody was telling me about anti-healing just the other day, which would be great to have. Cody said it was asking Delphi said 200 ancients. That sounds like a good number of ancients to me. I don't know. I have maybe 3 or 4. I don't know. Personally, let's see. For that loss, which that was Dassy with 331,428 BP, and top DPS there was Vlad at 7,573,000. Well, that's the top damage anyway, but I would say that was our first person out. That is also the top DPS here. Arrogance comes next, 6,670,000, followed by Edrin at 6,173,000. Dill says, yeah, you will need an anti-healer for Gear Raid 1 at some point. Yeah, and I know that where I'm at right now with it is it's pretty tough. I can say that. I don't know. I might be on stage and maybe I don't even want to guess. You know. So I got 3 arena coins and 4 dual champions points for that. Let's see what else we have here. Again, we have 322,805 points. The next highest opponent is 395,439. That seems like a bad way to go. So, let's hop back out, and as far as those gear raids, let's go have a look. Gear raid 1. Okay, my initial guess was right. I was thinking I was at stage 19, but I couldn't remember for certain, and I didn't want to say the wrong thing. But that's where I'm at. So stage 19, it's very hard. I did a run of it, or 2 runs of it the other day, but was just not able to quite get there. Maybe soon, but not quite yet. Cody says, I'm hoping you get some nice anti-air champs soon so you can push Gear Raid 3. Yeah, I've been kind of low on that. I've got Cetrum, you know. I just got Absen. I don't really think he's great, but I think he's probably going to be best as anti-air, better than anything else that he would be good at from looking at what he does. Seems like, I don't know. For a legendary, he's pretty unimpressive. But maybe he could do some anti-air. Not sure. Let's see. Cody says Gear Raid 3 is probably the most important Gear Raid to farm for gear. It's unfortunate because it's the one that I'm furthest behind in, I think. Okay, I'm on stage 16 with it. Gear Raid 2, I'm on stage 18, so yeah, it is definitely, you know, I'm furthest behind for sure in that one. Dill says, yeah, now that you have a Piercer Lord, Gear Raid 3 will be way easier. That's actually probably true. I need to go see who that Piercer Lord is. Cody says, Absan is very, very bad. Yes, that's what I gathered about him. He's pretty unimpressive. I really wish he was a little bit better than he is. For sure. I haven't put anything into him or anything yet. let's see about that piercer load thing. What do I have here? Oh, it's him. That's the piercer. Yes. And so, um, oh, okay. I have Lunaria as the Lord. Um, increases faction team members' basic attributes by 10%. Faction team members' basic attack ranges are also increased. I don't know how far the ranges are increased, but increasing is increasing. It's good. So that'll be something that I will need to give a try to. I just don't have a lot in this regard. However, I've gotten Eadril up a lot better. I can potentially start her up soon, if I can get some XP potions and things of that nature. Possibly I can start her up soon, and that would be good, would be helpful. But I just don't have a lot of good marksmen. Well, there we go. Clicking buttons, clicking buttons is hard. Yeah, Cetrum is good. I mean, Maul he does okay. So I've got Cetrum, Maul, and Eadril, really, and then I have this Lunaria, and I don't know if I've actually tried her as a piercer. Just out in general, I'm not sure that I have, but she's only at level 40, so what can you do? Dale says that extra tile range makes a lot of difference. Sure, absolutely. Cody says 1 tile. It does really help. Yeah, for sure. Dill says you'll probably need to bring up Theowen too. Yeah, maybe. It's just, again, it's one of those things, and I don't love Theowen. I know that a lot of people use him. I see him a lot in Arena, but you know what? When somebody brings out Theowen, I'm never like, oh man, they got Theowen. Like, that's never happened. I don't have that kind of response to him. And I just don't, I don't love him, I understand what you're saying, say he's good in Gear 3. Maybe so. But I don't love him, I'm just, I guess, in my heart of hearts, I'm just hoping to pull somebody better than him to throw resources into, consistently. I don't know. I have put some promotions into him. I have put a little bit, but I don't know. He's, maybe he's better than he seems to be. And I know that obviously, the arena fights aren't the be all end all of a person's performance, but just, I don't know. We'll see. I'll probably end up having to level him up in order to get a little bit further eventually, but I don't know. He's kind of backburnered at the moment. I think a lot of things are. Okay, we've got 8,800 coins, 1,500 XP potions, a couple of pieces of gear, 40 lost legacy trophies, 40 big conquest points, and 10 high order abyssal beholder demon soldier shards. From those 2 background fights that we just ran. We have over here in the events, Duel of Champions, and we're up to 80,000 gold from that event. Now, soonish, I'll be able to get a rare summoning crystal from doing this Duel of Champions stuff, and that'll certainly be worthwhile. And then some diamonds after that. Yeah, I find that this Duel of the Champions always has good rewards, and you don't have to get very far along. And the thing is, it doesn't matter too much if you win or lose, because if you look, you know, if you win, you get 8 points. But if you lose, you get 4 points. So you get half the number of points for losing as you do for winning. So it doesn't really matter. I mean, it matters. You have to do twice as many, obviously, if you lose every one of them. But theoretically, you're not going to lose all of them, right? And you only have so many arena permits that you get per day anyway. So, you know, you may as well be choosy about what you do there. We have a few of these Lucky Roulette cogs, so let's go ahead and use those real quick. 6 of them to be precise. And so we got 2 5-star psychic power shards, and then 2 mythic extract shards, 5 diamonds, 3 of these auto fighted tints, 30 stamina, and 2 more mythic extract shards. Very nice. And let's see if we have anything to put together over here. We do. We have one of these 5-star psychic power shards that we can stick together and very happily have yet another guy to be able to use. Now, where does that put us, we wonder? Let's go check, because I do eventually want to star out Eadriel. And we are 1 person away from being able to do that. I don't have a lot of XP potions right now. 12,933 of them is not going to get me very far, but that is something that I'll need for tomorrow when the event opens up. It's what is it, Corridor of Glory? Yes, level up, star up, promote heroes, or upgrade hero skills to get loads of rewards. So I'm gonna wait for tomorrow, regardless, to do that. So, yeah, that's gonna be the better idea, I think, overall. All right. Well, it's sounding like I'm going to have to go and get some real life stuff done for a little bit, and hopefully we'll be back soon. If you're not following me yet, be sure to follow me and turn on notifications so that you can see next time I go live. Hopefully I will see you all then. It's been a pleasure, guys.